Okay, so day 4, you're supposed to edit what you did. Take a really hard look at it. So you put your mouse on top of Microsoft Word. I pressed the start button and then went to Microsoft Word. It was called Pet Rough Draft Parody. Open that up. I've got my transitional words. If I did not use transitions, I might want to go back to that and find some. So let's read through it carefully. And my biggest point of advice would be read slow. Read slow. Read every word on the screen, because a lot of times you'll type it thinking you said it, but you actually skipped a word, and it doesn't make sense when someone else reads it. My next biggest piece of advice is let someone else read it. And if they stumble, if they have trouble, read it slow with them, because someone else's voice can kind of pinpoint things that are bad habits in your own writing that make other people confused when they read your writing. So first, you read it slow and make sure you can hear what you meant to say and read the actual words you meant to say. And my second biggest advice is let someone else read it, because sometimes they find things that are bad habits. Okay? What could have made that sound? Could have made that sound. See, yikes, even teachers do it. Delete. That's right. It is the sound of my new rat snake. In 4th grade, my teacher had 2 rat snakes as our class pets. I someday want to get a rat snake as a pet. My reasons are quite convincing. Rat snakes are the coolest and easiest. Let's see if there's a better word. Remember, if you want to find more intelligent vocabulary, you can double click, highlight it in gray, right click, and then move your mouse down to synonyms to find more intelligent vocabulary. It doesn't always work, but sometimes it does. Rat snakes are the coolest and calmest, informal, relaxed, laid back, tranquil, stress-free. If we pick stress-free, we have to fix the way it sounds. Rat snakes are the coolest and stress-free. So let's add the word most. Most stress-free reptiles to have as pets. They are as gentle as puppies, probably more gentle than puppies. This is because they are incredibly small. Let's make this a better word. Go down to synonyms, minor, trivial. No, see, it's thinking I mean like minor. I mean tiny. So let's write the word tiny and see if we can find a better word for tiny. Double click, right click, go down to synonyms. Minute, miniature, minuscule, small, little, petite, insignificant. This is because they are incredibly minute. No, tiny's fine. Minute makes them sound like a bug. Who would be afraid of an animal that could fit in your hand? Their bites do not hurt. I don't like how that sounds. Who would be afraid of an animal that could fit in your hand? I do not know. Who? Not this girl! Exclamation point. Their bites do not hurt. When I was in the 4th grade, I earned the right to hold the class rat snake when I did all of my work on time. Let's say classwork. Classwork on time. The snake got nervous. Is there a better word? Worried, anxious, like anxious. The snake got anxious and bit my finger. It felt like a tiny pin prick. Another convincing reason to own a rat snake is that they are cool to show your friends. Is there a better word than cool? Calm. It thinks I mean calm. Let's change it to awesome and see if there's a good example of awesome. Right click, synonyms. Splendid, overwhelming, grand, tremendous, remarkable, awe-inspiring. How about remarkable? Own a rat snake is that they are remarkable to show your friends. Creatures. Get rid of that. That will impress your friends. Imagine calling all your friends and inviting them over. Shh, don't tell them the reason. I'm going to make this more specific for your invitation. They arrive to see a large glass container in your room. Inside is your new rat snake. Can you hear the surprise in their voices? All of your friends would be so excited. Finally, the most interesting reason to own a rat snake. I don't like the transition between the friends and the last reason. Can you hear the surprise in their voices? All of your friends would be so excited. This alone is a very strong reason to own a rat snake, period. Now, is there a better word than reason? Because I keep repeating myself. I don't want to do that. Motive, cause, goal, purpose, motivation, intention. All right, so this alone is a very strong. What if I kept reason there and changed the next reason? Finally, the most interesting motive to own a rat snake would be that they eat rats. I'm going to put actual rats. I know people would be grossed out by this reason. Not me. I think it would be neat to own a pet that eats rats. What's a better word? Arranged, well-ordered, spotless. Yikes, it thinks it means orderly. What if we change this? And I'm going to put amazing and see if I like any other words instead of amazing. Astounding, astonishing, remarkable, incredible, startling, marvelous. I'll say incredible. To own a pet that eats rats, don't you? If you are going to own a reptile, you need to have a plan. My plan would be to research rat snakes first. I would Google the phrase caring for rat snakes. At this point, I would read all the articles. According to research, rat snakes can grow as big as 8 feet long. Wow. Let's see if there's anything else there. No. They need to have a warm habitat, and they can eat rats once every 2 weeks. This is very important to know if you are going to own a rat snake. After researching the rat snake, I would then buy it instead of them, because I'm talking about one. It, an enclosure, and food. Yes, that means I have to buy cold, dead rats. Yuck. Nope. The websites also recommend buying shavings and a heat lamp. Once all the supplies were home and in place, I would clean their enclosure once a week. Of course, I would feed the rat snake once every 2 weeks, like the websites detail. And as soon as I get into good habits with my new pet, I will invite people over to see the rat snake. They will love it. The purchase of a rat snake would do lots of things. It is clear that pets make people happy, and watching animals is interesting. So I believe that having a pet helps people with responsibility instead of with. Helps people gain responsibility. If there is another living, breathing thing that you are in charge of, you will have a bigger sense of, is there another word instead of responsibility? I don't want to repeat myself. Accountability, that's better. That can only help you grow as a human, we'll say. All right, so now we're done. I have someone else read it, like I said before. Let them see if I have any bad habits, like if I repeat myself, or if I have like boring word choice, like I always say, that's cool, that's cool, that's cool. Have them really be hard on you and find some really bad habits and give you better ideas instead. Once you have someone else read it, come to the top, click File, Save As. Find your essay folder, click that. In there, instead of putting rough draft, you're going to change it to the word final draft, pet final draft parody. Click save. Once you've saved it, go back. Go to the bottom. Add your submission. Go to the bottom again. Click the add button. Choose your file. Pet final draft. There it is. Open. Upload. And if you did it right, you'll see a picture of your file. And then all you have to do is click the save button, and then I'll take it. Remember, I'm going to check it tonight and give it back. Let's see, save changes. You come back tomorrow to look for my comments. Good luck.